Well, hello everyone and welcome. Today's video we're going to be talking about my first video game consoles. Now let's go ahead and just dive right into it. Oh wait. Do you have some snacks or something? Because this might be a long fucking video. If you don't have them, go ahead. Go get them, I'll wait. Or you can just press that fucking pause button. Let's be real here, you're going to press that pause button. You might even skip ahead 10 seconds to see if I'm still fucking talking. But hey. Fuck you for doing that. You should watch the whole video because I love you. Anyway, so we're going to talk about my first game console. What was that? Well, it was the beautiful, the amazing, the innovative Game Boy Advance SP. You're probably like, EmberTalks, you never played the other Game Boys? Or, EmberTalks, what the fuck's a Game Boy? Or you'll have those Game Boy elitists who are like, ha, backlit screens, the fuck are those? You got me, who's like, video game. Anyway, so you're probably wondering, what's a Game Boy? If you don't know what it is, you might not even fucking have heard of a Game Boy. You might have just heard of a DS. And you might not even heard of a DS. You might hear of a 3DS, and you're like, how far back in time are we going, EmberTalks? Well, guess what? We're going really fucking far back. All right, not to the time of dinosaurs, more like to the 80s. You're like, EmberTalks, that's pretty fucking far, man. I don't want to go there. Please, just take me home. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. No. You're going to fucking sit here, and you're going to listen to me talk about the Game Boys. Alright, so you had your first Game Boy, which was basically a gray brick with a screen on it, and you put 4 of those double A fucking batteries in there. Basically, you fucking, if you had 2 TVs in the house, that meant 2 remotes, and you robbed those bitches of those fucking batteries. And then you had to put them back in before your parents noticed whenever Dad wanted to sit down and crack open a fucking Budweiser or some shit and watch fucking Fox News, because I don't fucking know. Fuck you, Fox News. But anyway, after that, they came out with the Game Boy Pocket, which the Game Boy Pocket was a pretty nice. It was a pretty nice thing to me, honestly. I thought it was pretty nice. I ended up getting one later in life, but I didn't find out about the whole Game Boy lineage, so to speak. And anyway, so let me continue. It was basically a revised version of a Game Boy, except this thing you can slide into your butt pocket. Which, do they still have butt pockets on pants? I've been wearing sweatpants for so long I don't even remember anymore. Anyway, so basically that's what the whole appeal was, and it might have been cheaper. I don't fucking know. I wasn't alive when this shit came out. I was fucking born in the 90s. I was born towards the end of the 90s. I'm fucking old. Holy shit. Anyway, so yeah, you had the Game Boy Pocket, which is a much smaller version, and it actually had fucking color. No, not on the screen. No. You're fucking hilarious if you think it had color on that screen. Hells no. The plastic was colored. Like mine, it's a green. It's like a dark green, kind of. It's kind of like a mixture of green and teal, kind of. And then, after that, there was an upgrade. What was said upgrade? Well, that was the Game Boy fucking Light. And guess what? It wasn't released over here because Japan. You know what we got instead? We got the fucking Game Boy Color. I'm not saying the Game Boy Color was a bad... it wasn't a bad handheld or anything, but I gave mine away for $20. I forgot I had a Pokemon game in it. But anyway, you're probably wondering, EmberTalks, why are you telling me shit I don't fucking care about? Because you're probably sitting there with a Nintendo Switch in your fucking hand and fucking your dick in the other, because you're probably fapping to some fucking titties on fucking Hentai Haven, because there's probably an internet app on there. I mean, let's be real here. Who the fuck wouldn't do that? Personally, I'd do it. But you wouldn't go to the new Hentai Haven site because that shit's fucking trash. But anyway, back to my case here. Let me just adjust my tie here. Let me tip my trilby. All right. So you're probably wondering, what else could there possibly be after this Game Boy? Well, after the Game Boy Color, by the way, which had a cool design for the purple, one of the clear purple, that was pretty cool. I personally, I got a big boy boner from that. from that design. You know, an aesthetic boner. It was a good one. I saw that one later in life, by the way. So anyway, after that, they had the Game Boy Advance, which had much smaller cartridges, could play both color. Oh yeah, by the way, color had different cartridges. They actually had a booty on them. The Game Boy Color also had a booty on it. Basically, that's how you identified it. If you were a blind man, you wanted to play a Game Boy, you had to feel up the Game Boy asses. You had to be like, that's one thick boy. And then you got the other one who's like, oh, that's a flat boy. This one's a square kind of chiseled boy. Oh, this one's a real good boy. And then you got yourself Short and Chonk, which is the Game Boy Color, and you're like, oh, that's a smooth ass. And so basically, that's what you got there. And then you're probably like, EmberTalks, why are you talking about smooth boy asses? Well, because we're going to be talking about the Game Boy Advance. All right, now the Game Boy Advance, I can't fucking find mine, but I have one in here somewhere. I need to fucking clean my room. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, the Game Boy Advance was a wide boy, and it was a long boy. It was kind of like your Nintendo Switch you're probably fucking holding, you fucking piece of shit. No, I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I'm just making fun of you. Anyway, that's probably where the inspiration for the Nintendo Switch came from, was the screen being there, and then the buttons, like you got the control buttons on the left, and you got the other buttons on the right, and you got the screen in the middle. Essentially, that's where that dumb bitch came from. And personally, the Nintendo Switch is basically just a more upgraded version of the Game Boy. It's like Game Boy Ultra right there. Fucking, I swear to God, if they fucking called that, if that's what they name the next fucking system, I'm gonna fucking pop a nut on their face. But anyway, you had your long boy. And that was a pretty decent system, but no fucking backlight. What's a backlight? Oh, that's basically light on your screen. Yeah, see, before there was light on your screen, as you now know from like computers and shit, and computers, tablets, phones, fucking vibrators. I don't know whatever the hell you're watching this on, a pregnancy fucking test. I don't know. They have Skyrim for a pregnancy test, but whatever you do, don't do the Dawn Guard quest. Let me tell you, if you become a vampire, the game crashes. Why? Because vampires can't give birth to children, no matter how much you want them to. Because fuck you, Twilight. You're fucking trash, and I hope you fucking die out. Oh, wait, you died out fucking when the movies came out. Trash. That's right. Fuck you. Anyway, so you have other things, you know? You have a little flashlight that essentially you plug into the fucking connector port, so you connect your Game Boys, so you can play with a friend. I think they had that for the Advance too, by the way. There's one for the Game Boy Color, and by the way, when I had my Game Boy Color, it actually had a fuck ton of mods for it. It had a magnifying glass to make the screen bigger, which it did not fucking do in the slightest. And then you had a flashlight. And these were like red attachments. They had like a dinosaur or some shit on them. But anyway, it even had a handle thingy. I ended up breaking all these at some point, and I ended up just fucking playing with the regular Game Boy because I kept on forgetting that those existed. But anyway, yeah, no backlight, no lit up screen. Imagine if your phone, your touch screen phone that you're using right now, probably to watch my video, while you're playing on your Switch. You're probably playing Dark Souls on your Switch, in which case I envy you. That's a good fucking game. But anyway, aside from that, so what else is there? What else could there possibly be? Well, there's the greatest fucking console ever known to handheld, in at least my fucking opinion, other than the 3DS. What's that? Oh, EmberTalks, please tell us of the beautiful console that was your first console. Actually, technically it was my second, but it was the first one that I actually owned myself. See, the first system I actually ever had in my house was actually a plug-and-play. No, actually I still have my plug-and-plays. I have a Mortal Kombat one and I have a Namco one. Actually, I have 3 Namco ones, I think. No, I have 2. I used to have a Scooby-Doo one, but I don't know where it went. But anyway, aside from that, the Mortal Kombat one's pretty fucking lit, and I plan on playing it at some point, but I have to find batteries. Actually, more like I have to go buy batteries. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the boy you don't need to put batteries in. You don't need to shove two little electronic beans inside of. No. You shoved a fucking port into his asshole to charge him up. That's the good console. That's the good shit. You're like, EmberTalks, why are you sounding so perverted? You're just talking about Game Boys. What's wrong with you? A great many things, my friend. But anyway, Game Boy Advance SP. The clamshell design. The pussy design. My favorite design. Anyway, the Game Boy Advance SP featured a backlight and also had a really nice fucking ring to it. You know, when you played games, yeah, the Game Boy Advance games. No, there's not Game Boy Advance SP games. They're just Game Boy games. You know, you got this great fucking sound. I'll even fucking do it right here because I got my Game Boy because I was actually playing it a little while ago. What is that sound? Well, it's this one. Oh yeah, you like that, don't you? You dirty little slut. I know you do. If that hits you in the nostalgia balls, well, be sure to leave a like on this video because I totally care about likes. No, I just care about comments. I don't even give a shit about subs. I care about the people who are the subs, but not the amount of subs that I have. That's what I mean. But anyway, back to the Game Boy Advance SP. EmberTalks, why are you praising it? It doesn't even have a fucking headphone jack. How could you praise something like that? Well, very easily because I was a young lad at the time playing Sonic Advance 3 and enjoying the absolute fuck out of it. EmberTalks, why? Why would you play Sonic Advance 3 on a Game Boy? What's wrong with you? Who hurts you? Well, in my defense, it's actually a pretty solid game. I actually had 3 games that were my first games. I had Sonic Advance 3, I had Mario Party for the Game Boy Advance, which, by the way, was one of the weirdest fucking games I've ever played, and I've been looking for a fucking copy of ever since, because this kid stole it from me in middle school. And whoever you are, I hope you fucking die. I hope your fucking wife cheats on you and that turns you gay. And I hope your boyfriend leaves you. I hope you die of fucking anal spasms or some shit. Fuck you, AIDS bunny. But anyway, whoever you are, you're a piece of shit. I hope you fucking die. Painfully. Not in your sleep. I want you to die when you're getting a prostate exam. I want that finger to go up your ass. I want you to feel the pain that I felt when you stole my Mario Party Advance. You fucking piece of trash. But anyway, I had Mario Party Advance, as I said, Sonic Advance 3, and I had the Pac-Man collection game, which has 4 Pac-Man games. It's got a Tetris-like Pac-Man game. It's got a Pac-Man Advance game, essentially. It's got Pac-Mania, which is like a 3D Pac-Man game, and it's got the original Pac-Man. And I loved these games. These games were honestly really fun. I liked playing them. EmberTalks, what happened? Well, I only have one of those 3. You see, I still have the Pac-Man one. EmberTalks, what happened to Sonic Advance 3? You said that was a really good game. That game had one of the greatest fucking music tracks, in my opinion, for a Sonic game. But that's just my opinion. It also had a really great character selection. Personally, I like playing as either Tails or Knuckles, or Tails and Knuckles. Because, you know, Knuckles could glide and then latch onto walls and stuff and climb up them, and that was really useful for some stuff. And Tails could fucking fly. I mean, how do you not just want to fly through a fucking area? I mean, I loved that shit. That was basically like cheats right there. But anyway, then you could play as Sonic, Amy, Tails, Knuckles, and the bunny named Cream, I think. She had like a little sprite dude, which I think you had to like save or something in order to unlock characters or something. I don't fucking remember. Yeah, that was like the last good Sonic game in my opinion. You're probably like, EmberTalks, but what do you mean that's the last good Sonic game? Well, I mean, just look at fucking Sonic Colors. It's an alright game, but what the fuck? EmberTalks, you probably don't have that fucking game. Actually, I do. I do have Sonic Colors. Do I like it? Eh. Have I beaten it? Yeah. Have I done everything? Yeah. We even have a discussion on it on Discord a while back. But you're probably wondering, EmberTalks, what other games did you get for it? Well, eventually I got it. I got something from a great weeb friend of mine whose name was fuck, I forget his name. He was like a super fucking weeb. Oh, his name was Jack, actually. Well, he preferred to call me. Preferred for me to call him Jackie. He was a really cool dude. He helped me with my homework. He helped keep all the other bullies away and stuff, and that worked until he transferred schools. He was a fifth grader. He's one of the only nice people who was actually nice to me. Because I like Star Wars and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, because I had a Pokemon game. Alright, now, what did he give me? He gave me Pokemon Leaf Green, which was actually technically my first Pokemon game. Even though I had played Blue, I just never owned it. So, well, actually, I played Red, I didn't play Blue. But anyway. So, you're probably wondering, what other games did you end up getting? Well, let me just... I remember I had Kirby and the Amazing Mirror or something. It's the one where you could color your Kirbys and play with other people. Oh my god, I fucking love that. Like, honestly, when I first popped that bitch into my fucking, my silver Game Boy, and I fucking saw that you could, and I found out you could change the color of your Kirby that you played through, I was like, oh my god, I can have an orange Kirby? Who do I have to sell my soul to? I'll fucking sign it. I like orange Kirby. Kirby's fucking tits, man. Fuck yeah. I want to be orange. Fuck yeah. You can change him fucking literally almost every color you wanted, man. That shit was fucking beautiful. Now, what games do I have? Well, I have Pokemon Blue, which doesn't work. I have to get to replace that. I have Pokemon Yellow. I have Pokemon Red. I have Pokemon Crystal. I have Pokemon Sapphire, Fire Red, Leaf Green, of course. Pokemon Ruby, which this is actually my second copy of Pokemon Ruby that I've ever owned, actually, by the way. I'll tell you guys about that in a little bit. And I have Pokemon Silver, and I have my Pac-Man game. And then I have Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls, which is honestly a really good fucking game. I really like it. People are like, oh, it's so easy compared to the other Final Fantasy games. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. It's actually kind of challenging, because considering I'm not a huge Final Fantasy nerd. Fuck you. Oh, and I also have Final Fantasy Adventure, which is in my Game Boy Pocket, which is in my Game Boy Advance backpack that I got from Walmart in 2005, because that's when I got my Game Boy. More on that later. So, anyway. I played those games a lot. Not the ones I just named off. Those ones, most of those I bought later. Except for that Pac-Man game, Leaf Green, and yeah, those are really my only two original games. But anyway, I know for a fact my Pac-Man game has been in the washing machine and the dryer more than once, and it still plays like it did when I got it on Easter. And honestly, this is whenever the game came out, that's when my mom bought it. And I remember when my mom bought it for me, the Pac-Man game. She put it in my Easter basket. And I cannot tell you how happy I fucking was to get another Game Boy Advance game. Because I didn't even care what game it was. You could have given me fucking Tony Hawk's Skateland or some shit, and I would have been like, fuck yeah, man. Because I was a kid who was just happy to fucking get anything, man. I didn't care if you bought me a Barbie, dude. I'd be like, fuck yeah, man. I can't believe you thought of me. And to this day, I'm still fucking like that. I don't know why. I don't know who damaged me. It's probably a fuck ton of people. But anyway, I fucking love that game. I still play it to this day. Like when I was on the plane flying back from Tennessee, I was actually playing the Pac-Man game. I'm not kidding. I was actually playing that the whole fucking time, and I had this little kid watching me. I didn't mind either. I didn't let him play because nobody fucking touches my Game Boy but me, goddammit. I let someone borrow my Game Boy fucking once, and what happens to it? He takes out the fucking battery label thing, like the thing on the back of the Game Boy. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway. So yeah, that happened. That was in middle school as well. My life kind of went downhill in middle school. Alright, so so my fourth game was, because I liked Pokemon so much, that my fourth game was actually Pokemon Ruby. Or wait, no, it was. Yeah, it was actually Ruby. And yes, I know that Ruby came before Leaf Green and Fire Red. But I didn't really fucking care. I didn't really know the whole like order of the Pokemon games because I didn't watch the fucking anime because the anime is kind of fucking garbage. Honestly, like it was good up to Johto, and Johto was like the last good season, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that because I'm an asshole or anything. That was just the only one I really cared about. The Hoenn region one, that one was actually pretty interesting. It had a few good episodes in it, but like I never like watched the whole season, and I probably never fucking will. But I might, actually, now that I think about it. If they fucking make Pokemon Origins and they have it set in the Hoenn region, that would be fucking tits, but they're not going to do it because Pokemon Origins is the only good Pokemon anime. Fucking fight me, you cunt. It's good, okay? Don't fucking argue with me. You know I'm right. But anyway, that and the Pokemon movies and VHS tapes that came out that were pretty good too. But anyway, you're probably also wondering, EmberTalks, what other games did you end up getting? Okay, well, a little backstory on how I came to have my first copy. I got it used at my local GameStop, which is about fucking 13 miles. That's about as local as my GameStop gets for where I lived. And I went in there and I saw a colored cartridge. I was like, I fucking love that. That's clear red. That's fucking awesome. What the fuck? Colored cartridges? That's a thing? Besides the leaf green? Now, keep in mind, my leaf green cartridge does not have a label on it. But I do know it's a legitimate one because it actually has the Nintendo thing on it and everything. But still, let me have a sip of my water real quick because my lips are starting to get dry. Oh yeah, that's the good shit. Anyway, so back to where was I? Oh yeah, Pokemon Ruby. How I lost it. All right, so there was this time in middle school. It was like after the year that I transferred to another middle school. I got put in a class full of fifth graders, even though I was in. I think I was. It was like the early year of my 8th grade year. I don't know. I think they thought I was retarded or something, or maybe I was just a TA. Honestly, I don't fucking know. To this day, I don't know why my teacher fucking put me in there. I really don't. I don't know why. It was never explained, but he just put me in there with these fifth graders. And personally, I didn't fucking mind. The fifth graders, they were cool. Yeah, it was in elementary and middle school at the time. I don't know if it still is. But anyway. Yeah, I got put in another class, and honestly, I really liked the teacher. He was really cool. A fellow saxophonist. Yeah, I played the fucking E flat alto saxophone. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Can I get a woot woot for all my sax boys? Fuck yeah. Anyway, so there was this thing where this kid, if you got to earn enough good boy points so that you could get something pretty cool, like a toy or something. I don't fucking know. I don't even really remember. But I think I was more of like a TA than anything really. But it was still pretty cool to go hang out, with them because honestly, they were the only ones who talk about Pokemon with me, and I still have my flip phone. I think this was like, I think like 2000. I want to say 2009, late 2009, 2010. I don't remember. But I had a flip phone. It was it was a blue Samsung flip phone, and that's how basically I texted people. I didn't text people a whole lot, but anyway, this kid fucking tells me he's gonna give me 4 Game Boy games for Pokemon Ruby. Now, granted, I had already beaten Pokemon Ruby, and the entire game was corrupted. I don't know why, but it was. it would not work. And it wasn't just because the internal battery ran dry. It's because it just did not work. Like, I had put it into another person's Game Boy to see if it worked in his Game Boy. It fucking didn't. It didn't even work on a DS Lite. And I had one in my 8th grade year. Which I played. It was a Cobalt one, the DS Lite anyway. But anyway, so I'm like, fuck it, it doesn't work. Maybe he can get it to work, because he's like, oh yeah, I'll fix it. You can play these games. And stupid me and it wasn't one of the kids from my class either. It was one of the kids from the mainstream class, because your boy was in special ed because I'm fucking retarded. And by the way, when I say that, I know I'm not actually retarded. I know that I'm actually a very smart person. I just do stupid things sometimes. Even geniuses do stupid shit. I'm not saying I'm a genius though. I'm bright, but I'm not a light bulb. I'm a Game Boy Advance SP backlight. That's what I am. Anyway, so I give him the game, hoping he'll fix it. And he doesn't even have a Game Boy or a DS. I don't even know why he wanted it. But I never saw him again after that, because he transferred schools. So I was like, what the fuck? Now I'm never getting my game back. So I ended up going, I think it was on my birthday of that year. And your boy is a summer baby. So, yeah, it was after my birthday. So, and it was just when I was getting into high school that I played Pokemon Sapphire. And I really liked it because it was a dark blue. I still liked it. Now, me as a freshman was kind of weird. And I mean really, really weird. I was a really weird dude. Keep in mind I was on like 3 different fucking ADHD medications at the time, but hey, who wasn't? But anyway, I played it a lot in high school. And the one thing I fucking hate about Ruby, Emerald, and fucking Sapphire is this. Why the fucking trumpets? Why? Of all brass instruments, you choose a fucking trumpet. Why? Tell me, Nintendo. Tell me, Game Freak, please. I'll never get an answer to that. But still, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, dan, 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 dan. It's like, fuck off, please. Like, I spent so much fucking time in Verdanturf town, or whatever the fuck that place was called. The place that said it had a gym, but it really didn't, on the fucking Pokenav thing. Yeah. I spent a lot of time there because the music was so nice and calming, and honestly, I could fall asleep to that fucking song if someone played it. It would be like a fucking... It could be like a fucking... What is it? A Jigglypuff? Or a Clefairy? Yeah, they both have sing. Fuck it. Use either one of those. It was like one of their fucking songs. That shit lulled me to sleep because it was such a nice, peaceful, and just uplifting song. That song is honestly one of the songs that makes me still want to live to this day. I have a varied music taste. But anyway, where did I get after that? Well, I didn't start really collecting Game Boy games until later, really. And that's when I got the older Pokemon cartridges, because I got my Samsung Galaxy S4, I think, in my sophomore year, I think. So I think that was about 2012. Yeah, I got it just before my sophomore year, because in my freshman year, I had a BlackBerry slider. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, that was 2011. I was still using older phones, but I've honestly missed button phones. I really do, even to this day. But anyway, we're only talking about my first console here. We're not even talking about the other ones yet. This might be a bit of a long video, and I'm sorry. But if you need to go get some snacks, go ahead and pause this video and go do so. But I'm going to continue. So, Yeah, I started collecting the older games. And by the way, when I was in middle school, actually when I just got out of middle school, I got I almost said Pokemon Pocket. I got my Game Boy Pocket, which is honestly in mint condition. My grandma brought it home one day, because I was over at my grandma's house, playing Halo Combat Evolved like a fucking beast, beating the shit out of Flood with only melee because I still didn't know how to pick up fucking weapons, really. And every time I did, I didn't get a whole lot of ammo for him, so I was just beating the shit out of Flood in the library. But anyway, she brings it home one day and is like, "Here, I was helping some of my friends, with moving and stuff, and then one of the people was like, oh, if you got a grandson here, give him this." And I was bestowed the beautiful, the wondrous Game Boy Pocket, which was one of the original Game Boys. That's the one with the chiseled ass, as I put it earlier. But anyway, that's when I got that. And I didn't have any games to play on it. So the first long cartridge, as I call it, it's kind of like a cube. Technically, I got Pokemon Blue, but I didn't have it because it was in the Game Boy Color that I stupidly gave away for $20 because I was easily persuaded because I was a stupid kid who could be manipulated. Anyway, Pokemon Blue is my my second Pokemon game that I'd ever gotten. And the way I got that was actually a really kind gesture, and I still remember it to this day. A kid gave it to me in front of my middle school library of the first middle school that I went to, which was my local middle school. And so, yeah, that's how I got Pokemon Blue. But the game that I bought after, like when I got the long Game Boy, the Game Boy Pocket, which I call the long Game Boys. When I got that, I didn't have any games I could play on it. I had Jeopardy for it. And let's be real here, nobody fucking likes Jeopardy. I didn't like Jeopardy. Because honestly, it was at like a fourth grade level of intelligence. Like, it was so basic and stupid. I was just like, I don't like this game. So I gave it away, and I traded it in, and I got Pokemon Yellow for it. Which is honestly one of the greatest trade deals in history ever. That's like going into Best Buy to buy a DVD because Walmart isn't open at that time for whatever reason. And instead of getting just the DVD, you also get a blowjob. That's what that's like. And I'm sorry I use such crude metaphors and instances and all that. But that's just how I talk sometimes. I remember now I said sometimes. I didn't say all the time. All right, calm down. But anyway, I got Pokemon Yellow from a pawn shop, and it's in fairly decent condition. The top of the label part's a little worn out here. Yeah, probably because the person who owned this before me, yeah, he probably had a Game Boy SP like I did. But then after that, actually, I got Pokemon Silver before I got Pokemon Yellow. I am so fucking retarded. Yeah, I got Pokemon Silver and I got Final Fantasy Adventure, and those labels are in some of the best fucking condition I've ever seen. But yeah, I got 2 for 1 because I was trading in some old PlayStation games that were racing games, and I fucking hate racing games because racing games are trash aside from Mario Kart. You know I'm fucking right. And people who play fucking sports games, you're fucking trash as well. Like, why the fuck are you playing sports on like a video game console? What's wrong with you? Who hurt you? But yeah. And then after that, I got Pokemon Crystal. And at this point, I was collecting the Pokemon cartridge games for no particular reason other than I just wanted them. So what I would do is, I had this arrangement with the guy at the pawn shop, and he was really fucking cool. And this guy actually helped me out a lot when I dropped out of high school. So essentially what I'd do was I would clean consoles for him. And what that means is, I'd take them apart, clean their, their fans, get all the dust off of, the motherboards or some shit. Basically I just clean it and then put it back together. I don't know what everything's called. I just put it back together exactly the way I found it. And I would do that with, PlayStation 1s, PlayStation 2s, PlayStation 3s, and, and Xboxes as well. I got really good at Xboxes. And by the way, Xbox, the original, the big boys, the actual boxes that had an X on it, and ingrained into the fucking plastic. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The original, the good boys, the beast ones. Yeah, those fucking things. That was actually that was a lot easier than a fucking PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 is a bit of a bitch, and it's because of that fucking fan in the back for the fat consoles, which is the one I have. I love you, baby girl. But yeah, it's a bit of a bitch to clean a PS2. PlayStation 3s are not any fucking easier. Holy shit, they're not any easier. But I would be really careful not to lose anything, and I would get really, really good at cleaning those. And mainly what the problem was is the Laserdisc readers. And basically, if you're taking apart your console, don't use Windex or anything. Don't like spray like Windex on a Q-tip. Get like a spray kind of rubbing alcohol, like rubbing alcohol spray, and make sure it's only rubbing alcohol. And you spray that on a Q-tip, and then you just gently, like you're caressing your waifu's thigh essentially with your middle finger, and your middle finger and your index finger. You're like, oh, so soft. Basically, that's how you do it, and you don't keep it there for very long, and it'll dry up itself. But for me personally, I got the dry end, and I kind of dabbed it a little bit. But yeah, don't do this too often though, because eventually it will end up ruining it. But rubbing alcohol is a lot safer to use because it dries up almost instantly, essentially. But anyway, I got really good at cleaning consoles, so he would basically give me in-store credit because at the time nobody really went into his shop. And so I would end up fixing Nintendo 64s, Game Boys, basically all his consoles that he'd get from people trading them in to get fucking meth money or something. Because most of the people that went into a shop were fucking tweakers. And yeah, I know what the fuck a tweaker looks like, okay? They were just in there to pawn and give them shit so they could get money. That was their whole fucking purpose. But anyway, I'd clean consoles out for him. And, I started out with handhelds. And, I started out with handhelds. I kind of worked my way up, and mainly it was from looking up, the factory guides, kind of, I guess you'd call them. And also looking up tutorials in a little bit, to see like what's the best way to go about putting something in, or putting it back together, stuff like that. And so that's what I would do, and I still do that. I clean my consoles myself because I'm smart. I don't clean my Game Boys because I take insanely good care of them. I mean, insanely good care. Like, I don't blow into the fucking thing at all because you're not supposed to do that, especially with the Game Boys, because it really fucks up the cartridges and the cartridge reader and all that jazz. So I did that on the side. Like he wouldn't get consoles very much, but when he did, usually I would get out within the same week. I would work on that when I got home from school. I would clean it, bring it. I'd have to walk it back, but I put it in like a plastic bag that you get from groceries, and I'd put it in my backpack, and I'd walk fucking mile. I'd have to walk like around 2 to 3 miles just to get over there and get back, and then I'd come home, tired as shit. Two Arizona green teas, and fucking a couple of Game Boy games, or some PlayStation 2 games or whatever. But anyway, that's what ended up happening. So yeah, he gave me in-store credit for the Jeopardy game. And that's how I, paid for Pokemon Silver, because he was charging reasonable prices, like for them to be out of the case, he charged $20. And he had Game Boy games that were still in boxes, by the way, and those were really fucking cool. And that's how I got Dawn of Souls. He actually gave that to me as a birthday present. And that was honestly like, because like I was okay, so like I ended up dropping out of high school in 2017, and I was going through a rough time, and I was still cleaning consoles, but I was getting more of the consoles to work on, and I was still doing YouTube videos, but they weren't very good because I was depressed as shit. But I would be fixing consoles, listening to music while I'm fixing the consoles, and yeah, and then he calls me up one day, and he's like, hey, I got a gift for you, because at this time, I every once in a while, I'd sit in his shop, it got to the point where he would trust me to watch the shop, like if he had to go like down the street to the gas station get a drink or something, or go to the bathroom because he didn't have a bathroom in his little building. I never got the keys or anything, so don't worry. But anyway, he calls me up one day. He's like, "Hey, I got a present for you," and I told him how much I actually liked Final Fantasy Adventure. So he started keeping his eye out for Final Fantasy related things. And so he has it wrapped. And it's wrapped in Christmas paper. He said, "This is your birthday present." And I was like, what is it? And so I open it up, and there it is, mint in box, Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls for the Game Boy Advance. And I was actually really ecstatic to get this, because I'd actually been looking for a copy of this, because I had heard they made they ported it basically to Game Boy, Final Fantasy 1 and 2, and I was really happy about that. I still haven't beat it all the way, but because I had to look up a guide for the first one. The second one, honestly, I'll figure out as I go along, because I was like, if I'm going to do one this way, then I got to do the other one without looking up a guide. But oh my god, yeah, he fucking gave it to me as my birthday present, and that was the same year he ended up moving his shop, because he started getting more business, because he started getting a lot more Xbox 360s, and I would clean them up and everything. Like I cleaned up arcades, Elite, fucking E's, all that shit, all that jazz. And occasionally I get a PlayStation 2 game. I'd try out PlayStation 2 games because I had a PlayStation 2 at this time. But anyway, yeah, that was my last present from him, was Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls, and it's honestly one of my most treasured possessions. Like I treasure everything that people give me. Like if I don't show a whole lot of emotion or anything, I still appreciate it. Like no bullshit. But anyway, I still play that game to this day. I play all my Game Boy games. I play all my games actually to this day. All right, now we're going to talk about my second system that I ever got. And it was a PS2 Slim. The one with the top loading one. Yeah, the one that you press the button and the tray cover goes clink and up and everything. Yeah. Goes at kind of like an 80-degree angle. Yeah, that's what I had. Not so much 80, more like 70 kind of. But yeah, that was my first console, and I played it a lot. My first games for it were Sega Classics, which actually came with it because it was an EB Games bundle. It came with that, and it came with Tony Hawk's Underground, and actually I have it right here. What is it? I guess I don't fucking have it. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, I don't have the case for it anymore. It came with fucking the Siphon Filter PS2 game, which is honestly a shit fucking game. I fucking hate that game. I still have it though. But anyway, I played Sega Classics because it had a fuck ton of games on it. And I also got Super Monkey Ball. That game I played the absolute fuck out of until my mom's ex-boyfriend got rid of it because he was tired of watching me play it. He also played on my console a lot too. Like I watched him play Predator Concrete Jungle, which I also played myself, which honestly is a really good game, actually. It's a bit all over the place, but it's a good game. And I hope to one day put that series on the channel after I finish, with all the Anime Girlfriend games and all that. But anyway, a lot of games came and went, and the ones that have stuck around is Tony Hawk's Underground and Underground 2, because I hated the first one. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, Sega Classics, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, because if you had a PS2, you had to have had San Andreas. I mean, let's be real here. I have Need for Speed Most Wanted, which I don't know why. I don't even fucking like Need for Speed, but I might end up playing it at some point. Still haven't played it. I've had it for years and I still haven't played it. I had Guitar Hero, but I ended up giving it to my friend because he was a huge fan of Guitar Hero, and I gave it to him as a birthday present because I couldn't afford anything. So I just gave it to him because I didn't like it. Personally, I didn't really care for Guitar Hero. I care for Guitar Hero on the Wii. You know, I played Aerosmith. That was a pretty decent game, I guess. But yeah, that was my second console. And I had a total of 5 PS2s in my life. The one I have currently was originally, I think, my brother's stepdad's console. And it came with a memory card and a bunch of games, $50. My grandma got it for me, I think. Did my grandma get it for me? I don't fucking remember. Like, I've had so many PS2s, I don't even remember who got me what or when. But I remember the way my first PS2 went out, and that thing went out like a fucking champ, by the way. It worked. Oh god. So my mom's ex-boyfriend, whose name shall not be said, he lent it to his friend without my mom knowing or me knowing. Because he was like, oh, hey, you know, I'd like to play some video games on a PS2, even though I just, you know, got out of prison and shit. You know? So, yeah. The guy's dog, oh, you already know where this is going. Not only does the fucking dog run in front of the cords and make the PS2 fall, but the dog turns around and starts chewing on the my PS2. Yeah. And guess what? It still fucking worked. God. It worked for the longest time. But, oh my god. It worked after that, and it only, like, the time when it finally died, was when the guy, because he still used it after that happened. This thing had bite marks from a fucking pit bull that was bigger than I was at the time. And we're talking a big-ass pit bull. And I don't harbor any resentment towards the animal or anything, because it's just a fucking animal. It doesn't know any better. But anyway, the dog does the same thing again, except the PS2 is on a higher part of the entertainment center. So guess what? It meets its death. And I was told this a year after it happened. I had been playing my Game Boy up until then. Yeah. I've had quite a few PS2s come and go. I had a couple friends lend me theirs because one of them let me have his so he could get a date with a girl because I wanted a fucking PS2. So I was like, well, listen, you give me your PS2 since you don't fucking play anymore. I'll get you a date with this chick. And I ended up doing that. And honestly, it was one of the greatest trade deals in all of history. My barter skill is fucking unrivaled. If I was a Fallout character, you could not beat me. The only person who could probably beat me as a fucking merchant is the Resident Evil 4 merchant, because let's be real here. He's the best fucking merchant. Anyway. I'm having some water. Calm down. So you're probably like, EmberTalks, what was your next console? Well, my next console was an Xbox 360, and it's the one with the hard drive on the top. I think it's called the Arcade. It survived its red ring of death, and it actually worked. And as far as I know, it still works. But I only played it twice. So my 360 Arcade is actually sitting on my desk right now, covered in a Dollar Tree bag as to not let any more dust get inside of it. I don't know where the fucking connector cables are. I have a faint idea of where my controller is. I think it's in my fucking dresser, which is right here. I'll hit against for you. Yeah, it's in there. I'm fairly certain it's in there because that was the last place I fucking saw it. And it's a white one. It's the original white controller, you know, the good one. And that thing had barely ever seen use. Now, my mom got me the 360 from his friends. I can't believe I just called my mom a him. Society wasn't progressing that much back then. I got the fucking 360 on my, I think, 11th birthday. No, it was my 12th birthday. It was my 12th birthday. Now, the guy who owned it before me had cancer. And he played it when he was getting treatment. So he didn't play it a whole lot because he ended up dying. But he's still a cool guy. I met him too. And I remember seeing the Xbox 360 for the first time, and I was like, this is so cool. It even still, it probably to this day still has the original fucking swiping screen thing. You know, the original shuffle thing. It's like a bunch of Uno cards as a fucking layout. It's a really cool setup. The original setup. If you had a 360 way back then, you know what system I'm talking about. I only played it twice, and the only games I played on it, and when I say played twice, I don't mean played games on it twice, like only one game each time. I'm talking I played games on it twice. The two games I got Need for Speed Carbon with it, which I still haven't fucking beaten or played really. I played a little bit, but I don't like the fucking controls, so I don't really fucking play it. And I have the DVD for it too, because it was Need for Speed Carbon Collector's Edition. I don't have the case, but I have the fucking disc I have both discs. I watched the DVD. It was actually pretty cool to see all that. But I played Need for Speed Carbon, and I was really bad at it, so I didn't really like playing it. And I had the Aragon movie game. That game I didn't fucking understand, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, because fucking, you have me, a guy who played fucking Nintendo, you know, and played on PC, mainly Flash games and Halo Combat Evolved and my Game Boy games. Xbox was unfamiliar territory. Now, granted, I had played Halo Combat Evolved on the original Xbox, and I played BioShock on it, on my 360. And that was the other time that I played it. So I had the Aragon movie game, which I ended up trading for a PlayStation 2 game. Because honestly, let's be real here, it was kind of a shit movie. Like, let's be real here. The books, they're alright, I guess. But anyway, back to the feature at hand. The second time I played it, I played Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one. And I think I played it when it came out. I'm fairly certain I played it when it came out. Because I remember the mission I was doing. I was doing the mission where you rescue Nikolai, which is, you know, basically the one after the cargo ship operation one. And I played the one where you're crawling through Pripyat, Ukraine, I think. Was it? Yeah, you're on your way to Chernobyl, and you had to crawl through the grass and ghillie suit. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about, you COD boys. I know there's a couple of you guys in there, you beautiful bastards. I love you. Kisses. But, yeah, those are the only two missions I played. And you're probably like, EmberTalks, that's fucking impossible. Well, not when you're fucking watching someone play it. Yeah, that's what I had to do. And then on that same, but before that, I played BioShock. And I don't have that copy of BioShock anymore, by the way. I don't. I've looked for it fucking everywhere, and I would be so happy if I found it again, because that would mean I don't have to go buy another fucking copy of the first BioShock game, which is honestly one of the fucking best games that I've ever fucking played. Even though I didn't know how to play it, and I literally just used the wrench for everything. I'm not kidding, I really did. I think I played it, because I think you can change the difficulty. I haven't played it for years, but I use the fucking wrench for everything. And I mean everything. Granted, yeah, I used guns, but I didn't know how to get ammo for them, because I was still a noob to Xbox. But there's a very high chance that all my original stuff is still on that fucking Xbox. So the day I can actually plug it in and see what's going on, that will be a video in of itself. I can't wait for that fucking day, honestly, because I want to see what's there. Like, it's a fucking time capsule to me. And you're probably like, EmberTalks, what happened to it after that? Well, my mom took it away. You heard me, she took it away. And it was not found until December of last year, I think. But yeah, it was under her bed since. I played Modern Warfare, I think, either a year after it came out or the year it came out. I'm not sure which one. But that was the last time I played it. That was the last game I played, was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And this is, I think, when Blockbuster was still around, because that's where we got the game. We went to the local Blockbuster, and yeah, that's how that happened. I still have the receipt for the game, by the way, because we ended up buying it because we ended up losing it, or to be more precise, my mom's ex-boyfriend probably gave it to one of his friends. I don't really know. Honestly, that's what I think what happened, because there's no way we fucking lost it in the living room. But that's just my opinion. Anyway. So yeah, I haven't played my fucking original Xbox in years. So my next console was technically a Wii. A Nintendo Wii. And I played the absolute fuck out of that. That's an entire video in and of itself, and I'm going to save you a lot of time here and just say it was fun. I actually liked the Wii. I did. I liked it. Because almost everyone had a fucking Wii. And I didn't know it could play GameCube games until I opened the back hatch. So because I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. Or was it the top hatch thing? Yeah, it was the top part, right? I don't fucking know. I still have my Wii box, and I actually put my Wii back in its box for easy storage, because I don't know where the fuck else to put it. But, I'm actually going to start playing Epic Mickey on that thing pretty soon, because that was actually a really good game from what I remember. I liked playing it. I have to get batteries, of course. And then my next console was, my next console was my DS Lite that I got. My grandma got it for me. And by this time, the DSi XL had just come out, I think. Don't quote me on that. But it's some version of the DS had just come out when I got mine. And honestly, I was really happy. I don't know where that fucking thing is, but I hope I fucking find it soon, because I really liked that thing, and it still has a game in it. It has my Pokemon Pearl in it somewhere. Because I found out where the fuck my Pokemon Pearl was, because I had a fucking dream about it. And I was like, that actually makes so much sense. Because I haven't seen that fucking thing in years. See, it's probably sitting somewhere in my fucking room in its case. Honestly. I would not be fucking surprised. Because I got a case for it. I have a case for almost all of my devices, for my handhelds. I have one for my 3DS, which is technically Dan's case, but I have to buy one and then give him back that one, because it's a Zelda case, and I don't give a fuck about Legend of Zelda. I have a DSi XL case. I have a Game Boy Advance backpack, and I have a Game Boy Advance belt pack, which is basically you put your Game Boy in the little pack, and then you can put like 2 Game Boy cartridge games in the front pocket of it, and you attach it onto your belt loop. It's got like a little belt loop thing, which houses my second Game Boy Advance. And you're probably like, EmberTalks, we need 2 Game Boy Advances for. Tell us, please. We don't understand you. Well, for Pokemon games, because I wanted to get all the Pokemon. So I would just hunt down certain Pokemon that I couldn't get in one game, and I'd transfer them to the other, and I would do that for both characters. And then something amazing happened. I got Pokemon Soul Silver. That's right, I got Pokemon Soul Silver. You're probably like, EmberTalks, what's that mean? Well, that, my beautiful subscriber, means that I could transfer all my Game Boy Pokemon to my fucking game, and that was awesome to me. And so I did that, even though it was tedious as fuck. I still did it. But yeah, I still have all those Pokemon. Those were like, because like the only, okay, so I ended up rebuying Pokemon Ruby, and honestly, I'm a little suspicious because I think it might be my original copy, because it has a nick in the exact same fucking place. But that might just be a happy coincidence, a happy little accident, just like me. Anyway, so yeah, I ended up rebuying the fucking game. And that was, I think, my junior year of high school. I think I rebought Ruby. And keep in mind, I didn't really give a shit about what games were coming out because I was so focused on completing my Pokemon game collection, and I played the fuck out of all the Pokemon games. Like, even to this day, I still have every fucking region. I have Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, what the fuck is that region called? Fucking the place where fucking it is in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. I forget what the fuck that place is. Sinnoh! Fuck! God, I almost wanted to kill myself there. Sinnoh. There's a Sinnoh region. I have Unova. And I have the newer one, which is kind of fucking trash. I have I think I have Alpha Sapphire, I think. Yeah, I have Alpha Sapphire, which Dan actually gave me. And I have Pokemon X, I think, or is it Y? No. What the fuck? Where's my case? There. Okay, now I'm actually fucking curious. So I can literally name off all my DS games if I have my thing right. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, let me go ahead and read what it was. Yeah, it's Pokemon X. I have a lot of fucking DS games. Oh my god. Yeah, I collect a lot of DS games. There's quite a few Lego DS games in here. I have the Call of Duty DS games. I used to have the Modern Warfare 2 one, and that was honestly my favorite one. I have Modern Warfare 3, I have Black Ops, I have Pokemon White, Pokemon Soul Silver, Pokemon White 2, I have Mario Kart, I got Pokemon Diamond, I got Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon X, Ultra Moon, which I still haven't completed, Naruto Ninja Council, Battleship for DS, that was a Christmas present, Force Unleashed, Star Wars Force Unleashed, Band Hero, Tron Evolution, Kingdom Hearts Recoded, Super Mario 64 DS, Mario Party DS, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Batman, Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4, Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, by the way, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, Sonic Colors, and what other one did I have? I used to have fucking Nintendogs, but I never figured out what fucking happened to that game. It's probably in my fucking DS Lite case, actually, now I think about it. They answered all my problems. Where's my sanity? It's in my fucking DS Lite case. Everything's in my DS Lite case. My virginity. Fuck, it might even be in there. I'm kidding, it's inside of a woman. No, but for real, it might be in my DS case. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that was my next handheld. And then after that, I started collecting the handhelds because I don't give a fuck about the newer goddamn generation of consoles. Goddamn bullshit requiring internets. No, but if I'm gonna get a new or the latest gen console, I'm probably gonna get a PS4 because Xbox One is kind of AIDS. Don't tell anyone I said that. Ooh. And I wanted to, love Xbox, but I just couldn't. PS4 is just something I can get behind for the most part. Anyway, hopefully I'll get a Nintendo Switch, but I highly doubt it because I don't have a job. So after this whole quarantine thing is lifted, you can bet your fucking lily white ass or whatever color skin you have, you can bet that colored skin kind of ass that I'm going to be going and looking for a job as soon as fucking humanely possible. Because, god damn it, I need a fucking job. I've been unemployed since 2017 and I've gotten no money since. And I mean like employed, like actual job that I had to walk to. I mean, the writing thing itself, that doesn't really count as a job for me, but it kind of does. But anyway, I started collecting the DSs that I could. And I went to the guy at the pawn shop, and anytime he'd get something interesting or something that he thinks I would like, he would message me about it. Figurines and stuff. And this guy's still alive, by the way, and I love you, bro. You're fucking beautiful, and you got me through some dark times in my life, bro. But anyway, I had gotten a DSi, brand new, still in the box, never opened. You probably got it at one of those fucking machine things. If you have a movie theater that has a little arcade corner, that's a stupid fucking key thing. Either that or at a casino for the kids corner kind of thing. Where it's got that stupid key game where you have to fit the key just in the right thing, and then you have to pull it, and then it pulls the prize down, and then it falls down, and then there you go. That's probably where he got it. Because that thing was fucking brand new, and it's still in insanely good condition to this day, and I still play it. I usually play it. The games I play on it are usually my older ones that don't work on my newer DSs, like my DS IXL, which is actually a much older one because it's a Mario Bros 25th anniversary DS IXL, which I ended up getting, by the way, which was used by a kid, and I mean, it wasn't just used, it was actually abused by that fucking kid. And whoever you are, kid, you need to take better care of your shit. And there were some very unsavory pictures in there. That's all I'm saying, kid. I still have them to this day. But goddamn, little fucking pornographer in there, dude. I'm not saying there's any dicks or anything in there. I'm just saying someone may or may not have snuck into his dad's fucking Hustler collection and taken pictures, is all I'm saying. I still got him, you little shit. And it's fucking hilarious. I might actually make a video about that. But yeah, you never know. But anyway, that was the next one I got after that. And then I bought a Game Boy Advance SP, which is blue and has been abused to absolute hell as well. And then after that, I had gotten my first 3DS. That was a birthday present, and I'm still happy to have it. I ended up spending I think it was my second to last paycheck in 2017 when I actually had an actual paying job, like tax and all that. My ear. Anyway, so I bought what was I talking about? Oh fuck. Yeah. I completely just forgot. Why is that happening to me? I don't like forgetting shit like that. I was talking about my 3DS. Yeah, my 3DS. Okay, so there was a game I really wanted to get, and it's a very common game that you can probably find almost anywhere. I just swallowed a piece of ice. Hold on. The real struggle-ios. Fucking ice melted really quickly. What the hell? My room's fucking freezing. It should not be It should not be fucking that cold, that warm or whatever. Anyway, so the last bit of money that I had, I spent on a not Google Play, Nintendo shop card. The one where you can put like in like credits and stuff. You can put on your 3DS, enter a code in your 3DS. It checks to make sure you did your shit right. And then boom, you got points you can spend on a downloadable game. Well, I bought Super Mario World. The one with the Yoshi in it. Yeah, that's the one I got. Still haven't beat it. But I still have it. Yeah. 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 It's pretty good. It's a pretty good game. I'm stuck in the Forest of Illusions like a fucking retard, but hey, whatever. But yeah, and then I got a Xbox One when I moved in with my girlfriend, and that's when I did that's when she did Twitch streams technically. But it was still my console, and she ended up fucking taking it. But whatever, it was an Xbox One. I don't give a shit. If it was PS4 now, that'd be cause for fucking concern, because that shit had my Dark Souls, and my PS4, well, I had to sell it. Still have the games for it though. I still have my Dark Souls 3, and I still have my fucking save files. I had to sell it to fucking pay rent, which sucked. Really did, because it was a custom fucking faceplate one. Basically, it was a custom thing, design. That's what I was trying to say. It took a piece of my soul away with it. Honestly, not gonna lie here. But yeah, that was the last console I got, was a PS4, and I'm honestly gonna probably buy another PS4. Just that way I can play Dark Souls 3. I mean, there's a good bunch of games I have for it. Like, I have The Last of Us. I have a few other games. I don't fucking remember, though, because they're all in a box in my storage unit, along with all my anime figurines and shit. Which, by the way, I have a fuck ton of right now I think about it. Which I probably will be selling a couple of them, because, I don't know, it's just, I feel like they'd be better use displayed somewhere, instead of kept in a fucking storage unit that I have to pay fucking almost $200 a month for. Yeah, almost. EmberTalks, how are you paying for that? Well, if you know me, I've already told you how I pay for it. But anyway, that was my last console, was a PS4. But when I had a job in 2017, I spent my first paycheck on an Xbox 360e console. Now, I probably have said this in my earlier videos, but I ordered the fucking 250 gigabyte version console. Amazon sent me a 4 gigabyte version with fucking Peggle. Who the fuck plays Peggle? Fucking no one. But yeah, that's what I fucking got. I got a 4 gigabyte console, which means no hard drive. Even though I ordered one, and I still have the fucking receipt saying that it's supposed to be a 250 gigabyte one, and guess what? It's fucking not. It's a 4 gigabyte console with fucking Peggle. I uninstalled Peggle, but I have the fucking code if I ever want to fucking re-download it. It's in one of my Xbox 360 game cases. It's probably my Oblivion one, honestly. Because Oblivion was actually one of the first games I bought for my 360, because it's fucking Oblivion. But yeah, I bought the 360e with my first paycheck. Found out I couldn't fucking play it because I need an HDMI cable. And my aunt ended up giving me one. It's still the one I use to this day for it. I still play it. I make videos with it because it's a good console. I've had it since 2017. The only times it crashes is when I'm fucking playing Skyrim or Oblivion or Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3. It never crashes otherwise. And I've played it damn near every day since then. Minus the time I was on the other side of the country. So, yeah. It's a good console. If you're ever thinking about buying one, it's pretty good. It's reliable. Records stuff pretty well. It's got a media layout on it, but I don't really care about that. Xbox is Xbox, bro. Unless it's Xbox One, then it's just, I don't know what the fuck that monstrosity is, man. But yeah, anyway. I hope you guys don't mind that I rambled on about my video game consoles that I ended up getting over time. Because, my video games are really the only thing I fucking have. I failed to mention, actually, that I got an NES for working with, helping my great uncle move. I actually have 2 NESs. I have a yellowed, old-ass fucking rickety version, which barely fucking works, because it's so layered with fucking dust. And then I have the pristine version, which is actually the original fucking color of an NES. I bullshit you not. It's the original fucking color. Everything's original. It's fucking good. Basically, it was in a box, not the Nintendo box. For however fucking long. Everything's in really good condition. The controllers are yellowed, but whatever. They still work. But the games I have for it. I used to have Mike Tyson's Punch Out on this for that stupid fucking thing. But the games I have is Legend of Zelda 2, Adventures of Link. I have the first Legend of Zelda game, Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt, and Super Mario Bros. 2. Now the game I want to get for it is the original Final Fantasy. That's what I want to get. Because honestly, I think that would be really fun. I'd also like to try to get the Metroid game, whichever one that was. I honestly wanted to play it for NES. But that's future plans, my darlings. Ones that may never see the light of day. For some reason, my Legend of Zelda 2 cartridge, Adventures of Link, makes this sound. Can you guys tell me what the fuck this is? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is it? Tell me. What is it? I don't know what it is. I can't open it. But I don't know what that is. The game works perfectly fine. I just don't know what the fuck that is. What is it? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't even know how it got in there. It's probably something broke off in there. The game fucking runs fine. I just hate playing it because well, if you've played it, you fucking know. But yeah, all my other games work fucking really well. The only game that's really like worn and yellowed. Oh, and I also have fucking Contra, by the way, which is one of the fucking hardest games I've ever fucking played. The only cartridge that's really yellowed is the Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt version, which is a bundle game, I think. That's really the only one that has like any age to it. Like the other ones, they don't. Fucking my Contra cartridge, beautiful. My Legend of Zelda 1, beautiful. Legend of Zelda 2, not so much. But it's mainly the gold cartridge color that's coming off. I don't really give a shit, though. I don't fucking play that game. Honestly, I might actually sell it after I beat it. Because I honestly don't fucking want this cartridge. Like, I would be willing to fucking trade someone for their Final Fantasy copy. That's, like, where I'm at right now. But, yeah. I mainly fucking play Contra. Because I usually do it, like... Okay, so here's how I basically have myself set up. I have my HD TV, which is for like Xbox, my PlayStation 2. And then you got my DVD player TV, which has a DVD player in it. Which was actually the TV I played my PlayStation 2 on for the longest fucking time. But anyway, that console, my NES, is actually hooked up to my DVD player TV. And the TVs are put together side by side, kind of. And so, like, when I'm playing Skyrim, and I have to deal with a fucking long-ass loading screen, I'll fucking turn on Contra. Because I don't fucking want to sit there for fucking 5 minutes and wait for Skyrim to fucking load. Because, oh my god, that shit's annoying. PS2 games don't have that fucking kind of loading time. Hell no. And where's Skyrim for the PlayStation 2, huh, Bethesda? I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting. Where is it? I want it, please. But I have to expand my game library a little bit because there's some games I actually really want to play, but I'll probably never be able to play them because #broke life. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with games and shit. If you guys actually want me to make a list of video games, I fucking will. I will read off every video game I own. No bullshit. But anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. And hope this was a nice little respite, or respite, whatever you want to call it. I call it respite because it sounds cooler. It's like how Arceus sounds cooler as Arceus, you know? But just my thoughts. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be uploading another Anime Girlfriend game as soon as possible. Currently, I'm grinding for a fuck ton of games. I just kind of took a break to, make a video. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next video, which I hope you guys will enjoy. Oh, and for those of you guys who are like, "Oh, Ember folks, what game are you going to be playing? Which one won the vote?" Well, actually, believe it or not, it's actually a tie. Because you have the Discord votes, and then you have the comment votes. And here's the thing. I didn't count the votes of the people who also voted in the comments who were also in the Discord and voted for something else. I didn't count those votes because you voted for one or the fucking other, and whichever one I saw first, that's the one I counted. So guess what? It's a surprise. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be doing my best. The next episode, by the way, is going to be Spellbound Schoolgirls. Sorry. I need a little bit more time grinding for the other series because I want to have like a fuck ton of rubies because I plan on making that at least a 3-hour long video. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys liked hearing about my video games that I got through, my video games and the consoles and stuff that I got through the years. And yeah, see you guys in the next video, which I hope you guys will also enjoy. All right. Bye.